Hello Internet, I'm Scarecrow85 and this is Game Over for the win, and we're playing Asterix and Obelix. Well, it's Asterix. But I think we can select Obelix somehow. Whoop. Oh wait, okay, press the wrong button. Oh well, we're playing as Asterix anyway. Who cares? So here we go. So this is on the Sega Master System. We're doing this Game Over for the win style. And Game Over for the win is where I play through a game with only one life. It's as simple as that. When I say one life, I mean literally as soon as I die, that's it as far as the playthrough is concerned. I have to stop. So we will see how we do. It looks like in the top left I have like 3 up here. See if I can punch it. I have 3 health points, so I guess we go by when I lose all 3 of those. Should we do it that way? Yeah, I think we should do it that way because this game's tough. So I think Obelix can break these, but Asterix can't. So do you know who Asterix and Obelix are? I mean, they're pretty well known in France. I grew up reading Asterix and Obelix cartoons and comic books and the like. I absolutely loved it. I still do. Hold on, gotta concentrate. Very difficult boss battle here. Okay, phew. Do I do anything? Is that it? It looks dead. Okay, cool. We're fine. Oh, jeez. So yeah, I grew up reading the Asterix comics, and I know a lot about the history of it and the lore of it. And I read every single comic there was in sequence, up to a point. Oh, here we go. Now we're playing as Obelix. Okay, so I get it. Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is going a bit. So we hand Obelix that, and now it's his turn. Got ya. And he can do this. Bam. Love it. Okay. So yeah, I followed the Asterix series for most of my life. Some of the more recent ones I haven't read. Little influence from a certain other mustachioed gaming hero. Ow! Okay, yes, so it doesn't count as dying when you lose one of these points anyway, that's good. And, yeah, so when I was a kid I was very keen to... How are you supposed to know there's an exit here? I just remember that being there. Oh man, this looks tough. Yeah, I was really into Asterix and Obelix as a kid, so getting hold of anything Asterix and Obelix related that wasn't a comic book was actually really tough. Merchandise for it just wasn't very common in the UK, even though we're just across the water from France, where Asterix and Obelix reign supreme. I remember trying to track down just figurines and things to play with. Like, my parents really wanted to get me something like that, because, you know, I was a big old fan, but they just couldn't find it. They couldn't find that stuff. What they did find, however, was this game for the Sega Master System. And it gave me the only sort of outside of the comic books, the only extended universe, if you will, stuff that I ever experienced for Asterix. Can I get on top of this? Oh, I suppose it's too late. These poor Romans. So Asterix is the story of... It's semi-based on actual events. I mean, obviously the characters of Asterix and Obelix. There we go. Got to hit the right guy 3 times in a row. Oh, yeah, that was just lucky. So historically, France was attacked by Caesar, and there's Roman Empire. And the natives who lived there at the time, the Gauls in the north of France, put up a heck of a fight, and as I understand it, certainly as the comic books tell it, there was a great surrender by their leader Vercingetorix, and the Gauls gave up. But Caesar had a lot of respect. There we go, we can freely select between Asterix and Obelix now. I'm going to stick with Asterix because I prefer his playstyle. It's a bit like choosing to play with Sonic in a game where you can pick other characters. It's not that different, really. Yes, Caesar apparently said of the Gauls, these Gauls are crazy, and that's because they fought like absolute maniacs on the battlefield. They would literally go into battle without armour on, and just, I don't know, try their luck, I guess. But He had a lot of respect for it, but he also thought they were completely crazy, because it didn't really work out for them. The Romans were very heavily armoured, and it wasn't a very good battle strategy. So, the French artist Albert Uderzo created this cartoon series based on the ancient Gauls, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to have something based on historical accuracy. Oh, I assume that's how we do this. I wonder if we can bounce on the spit, actually, as grim as that sounds. A little worried about taking a hit here, but maybe we can damage boost. Whoop. Nope. Is there a way of... Can't seem to jump out of the water high enough. What does that potion do in the top right, anyway? I wonder how I activate that. Oh, no! Maybe it heals us. Pushing buttons. Okay, you can't access it from the pause menu. Pressing more buttons. Okay, maybe I press down and something. Oh! Oh, interesting. It's a bomb! Ah, look! That's what it does! So can I drop that underwater, and how many do I have? What if I use them all up? Okay, we've got to time this right. We've only got one go at this. Oh, that Roman isn't spitting anything whilst I'm too far away. That's annoying. Ah, right, okay. Oh no, you had to be... Wait. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, we could be in trouble here. So what I need to do is drop these things in sequence to make a bridge. Which means we need to get back past this guy without getting hit. Ooh. Right, let's see if we can do this. Yes! Okay, we're in good shape. Like that. Can I do it from... It's not... I wonder how long these stick around. Not very long. Whoa, hang on. Oh no! Oh no! Can I do it? No, I can't drop them from in the air either. Interesting. Alright, I think we got this figured anyway. So, yes, the artist Uderzo and his friend... It was Albert Uderzo and René Goscinny. I'm not 100% sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. But the two of them, Goscinny did the writing, Uderzo did the drawing. And, yeah, they created this cartoon series that ran in a French newspaper magazine, I believe, called Pilote, if I remember rightly. And it became super duper popular. Yeah, we did it. Hit a chord with the French public, I think. I don't know. But the artwork was fantastic, of course. Uderzo was a rare talent. And fascinatingly also colourblind. People don't necessarily realise. And he coloured all his own stuff. He just learned what colours to do things. And big inspiration for me. I'm an artist. I do drawings and stuff. I could never hope to be as good as this, but, you know, I'm okay. And big influence on me was this series. So, yeah, you know, Asterix is important to me. And this game was, you know, the most Asterix I could get as a kid. Aside from the comics. So, I relished this. And I actually did beat this game as a kid. But, I mean, it's brutally hard, so I'm not sure. Whoa, hang on a minute. Oh no! No! I don't even know what that boss did! You know what, I know it's game over for the win and I'm supposed to stop here. That's the rules. But I just want to know, is it literally just a case of... See, he doesn't hurt you when he hits the ground. And he only took a couple of hits, can you believe it? Well, the rules are the rules. Oh, I can't pause it. But we're not going to play any further. That is the lot. I died. Asterix. Look, I mean, Master System games can be pretty brutal. They come from that era of gaming where... They call it retro hard, don't they? Back in the day, games were They just seem to be quite a bit harder than they are now, and it's generally down to the fact they weren't really harder, they were just less user-friendly. For example, using that item, I didn't know how to do that. There was nothing in the game that told me how to do that. It probably would have in the manual, but I don't have that. The games didn't just have things in them. They barely had any story, although there is a little story cutscene, but quite similar games might not have bothered. They just put it in the manual and be done with it. So the modern age of gamings that we have now is quite different really to then, and in terms of difficulty, these were stern, but honestly I don't think there's anything to be gained from playing games too easily either. Like, this is a challenge and it's worth achieving, it's worth playing through, and they give you extra lives, you get continues, they make it worth your while, and actually managing to get through stuff and beat the levels and find your way through, that's what makes it all worthwhile. Playing this is a rare treat for me because there's a lot of nostalgia associated with this, and also a lot of bad feeling. Like, this was very hard. I had a hard time with this as a kid. I didn't hate it, but it had a difficult feeling for me. Like, I would play it because it was Asterix, but I really kind of dreaded it sometimes because it didn't have the humour and the levity and the sort of the dynamic kind of movement that the comics did. All it had was brutal challenge and my favourite two characters. So I'm not surprised that I died where I died, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I thought I would have got a little further than that, but it's been a long time since I played this. If I'd rehearsed it, I would have known how to get past that water section and what that boss did. But I don't rehearse these because it's kind of counterintuitive. The idea is to see how I can do just blasting through a game, even if it is a game I've played before. And now you've seen Asterix for the Master System. Let me know what you think of this game, because I suspect this is one that a lot of people won't have played. I would have put this in my Forgotten Games category, but Forgotten Games makes more sense for games that are sort of worth noting. And I know that sounds pretty harsh against this game, but there have been a lot of Asterix games over the years for a lot of different consoles. And there are loads of Forgotten Games like that. They're versions of each other and re-releases and remakes and ports and so on. I felt like this is a forgotten game for sure, but it's more just a sort of generic platformer. This isn't one that I would necessarily recommend you go out and find, unless you're a hardcore fan of Asterix. But I did think it would be interesting to do a game over for the win for, because of the challenge. And the rest is history, literally. So thanks for watching this. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope that it's interesting to see maybe some more unusual games like this one. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know how YouTube works, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.